The most common question I get asked when it comes to jumps is, AJ, how do I build confidence with jumping? Either I've never really jumped before and I don't know how to build the confidence in the first place, or once upon a time I was confident, but I had a pretty good crash and now my confidence is in the dumps and I can't seem to get it back to where it once was. Anybody kind of in that boat at the moment? Maybe we just had a crash somewhat recently and the confidence is a little bit low. Okay, so quite a few of us. Yeah, that's fair too. Who's anybody's bike's fault? Yeah, it's the bike's fault, right? That's fair though. Whether it's 2-stroke, 4-stroke, electric bike, getting onto a bike that you're not comfortable catching air on yet, you got to build confidence in the same way that you would coming back from an injury or having never really gained the confidence with jumping ever before on anything. So the best way to do that is to build your skill sets and to get the tools in the toolbox before you start progressing on jumps, and also, according to this drill, before you even clear the jump in the first place. Is there anybody here that wants to clear the step up to the downside or is kind of thinking about it, it's sort of on your radar? Okay, so a good amount of you. Before any of you are allowed to jump it to the downside, you have to land with your front tire first, right where that cone is, 10 times in a row. Front tire first, right at the cone, 10 times in a row. What that would tell me is that your speed read is consistent, your gear selection is consistent, you've got the timing down, and you know how to get that bike on the arc that you need to be able to get that front end pitch down for the landing. If you can't do that with consistency, then we don't even have any business doing the jump in the first place. And for those of you that have no interest in doing the jump, still a great drill to practice. What we can actually do is I can go run and grab another cone, and we can make that cone for the people that are wanting to hit the jump, and then we can make one a little bit closer for those of you that have no interest in hitting the jump, but want to practice the same drill. So that way you guys can aim for the different cones. Did you guys ever see the video of Jet and Hunter challenging each other, where they did like the distance read, and it was just like toss of a coin, or they would put it on the pit board as they rode by, and they had to jump the distance at the pit board. And wasn't it amazing how consistent they were, right? They could land exactly where they needed to every time. I don't expect you guys to be that precise, but we got to start somewhere. This drill is the way to do it. It's going to build confidence quickly, really quickly, because you'll be like, okay, wow, I can actually put the bike where I want it, jump the same distance every time, and I can get the bike on the arc that I want to make sure I'm landing front tire first. Moto Academy, we are giving away an all-expense paid trip to join us in Phoenix, Arizona for the 2nd annual Moto Academy Ride Day. We're going to fly you guys in, pay for all of your expenses, set you up with the Stark Varg for 2 days of riding. You'll have Moto Academy class the first day, and the second day, Moto Academy Ride Day. And you'll have the experience to join the entire Moto Academy team. This is gonna be one heck of an epic experience. You can, by the way, win from anywhere in the world. All you have to do to enter is get inside of the Moto Academy app. We'll be picking a winner December 3rd, live inside of the app. Good luck, guys. Tire first will save you in a lot of situations. So we gotta be consistent with it. And the biggest thing is building the confidence on a jump that is safe, in a location that's safe to do so, and then bringing it to bigger and less forgiving jumps as you go. But take your time. The repetition is what's gonna do it. You can't just be like, cool, I'm gonna jump this step up. Okay, let's do that 3 times. Now let's go do the big uphill triple. I'm gonna demonstrate a few times through. I'm gonna show you with just body English how to get that front end pitch down to be able to land front tire first. And then I'll do 1 or 2 where I tap the rear brake to essentially accomplish the same thing. You guys have any questions at all before I go? Yeah.
Can you talk about just kind of what you're going to do with your body as you're coming up the face? You start in attack position. Do you do any changes?
Going up the face, you're in the acceleration attack position. So your heels are dropped, your knees are almost at full extension, and your head is really far forward. Essentially as far forward as you can get it, right? As you go up the takeoff, you're just kind of letting that bike kind of come to you just a little bit. You don't have to absorb it a lot, just a tiny, tiny bit. And then when you get in the air, you're making a movement where you pinch the shoulder blades to drive your chest and head forward, and then you push the bike away from you just a tiny bit. And you'll see, I'll make that movement super obvious. Just practicing that alone is going to put your confidence through the roof, because you'll be like, oh, all right, that's how I get the bike to do what I've been wanting it to do this whole time. Most people take off. I'm going to do it the wrong way the first time, just to show you what the wrong way looks like. And watch how when I do it the wrong way, I let the bike float, and guaranteed I'm going to land back tire first. And the reason jumping that way is so common is because when people get scared, they push the bike away from them. When they push the bike away from them and let the knees go forward, it will literally do this. It just falls out from underneath you. Does anybody feel like they kind of jump that way? Or have seen people jump that way time and time and time again? It's because your head doesn't remain to the front. So now I'm gonna do it the right way, and I'll just do it once, twice, 3 times so you guys can see that body English. For anybody that doesn't feel like they're ready to even get that far, the only goal is smooth throttle on the approach, keeping the head forward, and then remaining head forward once you get into the air. It usually goes wrong either on the jump face, and if it doesn't go wrong there, usually you guys fall away from it once you get airborne. Does that make sense? If you are on the borderline of thinking you can jump this, you do not unlock the ability to jump it until you get to that cone consistently 10 times in a row. So let's get that consistency, build that confidence, and then we can get you guys over that.